Right, sorry about that. There we go. Right, so we're testing a few bits and bobs at the moment. I went over to Melody's basic tweaks. Can I? Oh, how do I actually do that? People have been asking me to test Melody stuff on my system. So they do some basic tweak stuff, essentials apparently. So what I've done is I've put all of these into a script, turned them actually into actual reg adds and modified it to current BCD if you've got more than one. But then I've gone through and I've kind of sanity checked some of them and got rid of some of them just completely immediately. What was I looking at? Did I get rid of it? No, I kept that one. I left the mitigations, left those alone. Didn't want to do that. For a start, that doesn't even work, nor does that. I tried getting Google AI to fix it, and it does work if it takes just that and then fixes it with I think with a colon somewhere after disable here. But again, I mean, I don't really want to be doing process and kernel mitigations. We've been down that. Hey, Gray, we've been down that route before, so I don't want to do that. The real-time priority for CSRSS. I did a bit of research on this, and most people they have horrible reactions to this. It can just crash things, and I'm not doing that either. Apparently, that's only useful if you run your game at real time as well. So no, not doing that. I've proven that RAM compression is actually quite good. So on Fortnite at least, so not doing that. These I've now stripped out and put into Spectre tool, so I don't need to do that anymore because then it can selectively choose whether you've got an AMD or an Intel processor, and it can just set one of them or the other. So I've gone through basically all of these, and some of them are just like this one, disable synthetic TSC tick. Now I've actually done this for this run, but I'm curious to see. Right, we're going to. I've just done a latency mom, and it was worse. So the average processes went from about. I had it just over 1.3 on this system, this test system, and now it's like 1.45. So just from running the sanity tested ones and then rebooting, it's made latency worse. I wanted to see whether it's made CPU worse. Can you have a link to that? What's a Melody stuff? Yeah, I'm putting it in the script. I'll show you in a minute. If you just Google Melody space HPET, HPET, and go to that Google site's website that it finds, there's a link there to basic tweaks. But yeah, I wouldn't just blindly run it. Even the basic stuff, I wouldn't blindly run. That's why I'm testing this in my test environment. I've taken an absolute full system backup, not just a restore, a full system backup. And I've already had to roll back once, and that took me like half an hour. So this is why I'm testing, so you guys don't have to break your system. I mean, if anything's better, I'll incorporate it into my stuff. Okay, so this earlier was 10,513, I think. So it's gone down 100 points. Gone down 100 points as well. So it's worst performance at the moment. So yeah, so I've just been creating this kind of my own script from the suggested Melodies Ultra tweak pack, the basic tweaks. And then, I mean, some of these I do myself. I mean, some of these, like these, I think I do all myself. What else? I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't usually do that. I don't usually do this. Or do I? VSM launch off. Do I usually do that? do the VSM launch off. I do the hypervisor. That's probably what that is, isn't it? VSM launch stuff. That's probably what that is. As I say, I've stripped this out of my scripts because I've put it in its own little Spectre thing. In my ones. So that's basically moved into that inspector tool. It's moved into this. So I don't need to do that anymore. I don't script for this anymore. Yeah, I do this. So I've added that to my next script. Well, I used to do that anyway. I don't know how it got dropped out. Large system cache I've played with a lot recently. Whether 1 or 0, it didn't make a huge difference, but I do find 1 is a little smoother. Yeah, testing tweaks so we don't have to. Melody HPET. So Melody HPET is will basically get you to, where is it? Ooh, misconceptions about timers. So you Google that, Melody, and then HPET, it'll get you to this. Then you can just click on basic tweaks, and then it lists the load out. And that's what I'm testing on my system. I'm not saying these are bad. I'm not saying these are good. I'm just saying, trying to work out whether they're good for my PC. That's all I'm trying to do here. You guys can copy me or not copy me. That's completely up to you. That's my disclaimer. I am certainly not bad-mouthing another tweaker, because tweaking is not really what I do anyway. I just kind of work out what's better, what's worse, and then write it down, and then you guys copy me. That's all I do. I'm not charging for this stuff. Right, anyway. So, where did we get up to? So we just ran that, didn't we? And it was slightly worse results. But I'm wondering if I go back to my time. What was the next thing I was going to say? I was going to just double check my timer, wasn't I? See what it is now with the... Ooh, that's jumping around a lot. That's a lot of 1.5s. That's a lot of 1.5s. I mean, look, average 1,735. It's never normally that bad. It's normally about 100, not 1,735. So, yeah, I don't know why you guys are all talking about HPET and different timers on the server, because seemingly what I do gives the best result. So why do you, unless you can give me a better result with something else, then there's not even any point in discussing it. It's just what works, works. Why are you trying to fix something that isn't broken? I don't know why some of you guys are talking about it on my Discord. It's no point. It's working. Right, so I wonder whether we leave all these other ones in here. And look, there's telling Windows to stop tolerating high DPC and ISR latencies. A load of ones in there. And then they've got an NVIDIA only section. So I've basically put all of these into one file so I could run it from this website. It's open source website. I didn't do the disable local firewall. I don't want to mess with that. Because look, I mean, the next thing it says is it can mess something else up if you do that. And it's like, oh, okay, just leave it. God knows what's going to happen if you then update Windows. I mean, oh, why? I already do that, I think, yeah. The decreased mouse and keyboard buffer sizes, I've decided that these are way too aggressive. I think I've gone about 30 for my latest one. So this is like 16% effectively, because 100 is default. It's way too low for the buffer size. So no, I haven't done that. I don't know whether this does anything. I don't know whether this does anything. And then there's a section for AMD CPUs, logging optionals for both status. That's detailing startup and shutdown messages. Oh no, how is that going to affect performance of your game? You're not going to be starting up or shutting down in the middle of your game. So why do you care about turning off the verbose, logging for something in Windows that isn't relevant to when you're running a game? I don't know. So there's a certain amount of sanity check stuff in here that, I mean, maybe that does something else while you're gaming, but unless somebody can explain to me what that does, then I don't even want to try it, let alone recommend it to others. Disable antivirus. No, again, I don't want to disable antivirus. I want an antivirus. If I'm connected to the internet, then the internet is connected to me. I want an antivirus. Not difficult to understand that. I mean, Teredo stuff, I mean, I disabled that Teredo stuff in CTT. So why is it re-enabling it here? I think I disable UDP offloading because it's faster on the CPU than the network card. So again, that doesn't make sense. I've stripped that one out. That doesn't make any sense. You want less offloading, not more offloading. Yeah, so let's try this all again. Let's try and fix this. So I was using the same timer as I was before. Yeah, so we're actually going to strip that out completely. Bye-bye. And I'm going to put my stuff back in for this. Yeah, let's just run my one. Let's run my one. Note that I've put a Windows 10 and Windows 11 split, two different ones for the next tuning pack. If I ever get around to doing that. So let's put that back to normal. So I should have my timer back on again. Messed with. I want to try and combo animation. They look all right. Again, I want memory compression. It's good. I tested it. I think you need memory compression for superfetch to work. So, and you want superfetch because again, it makes the game smoother. The more you play it, the smoother it gets. It just does. I've tested it. I've benchmarked it. So anyway, let me read some of your chat before I reboot. Actually, let's just reboot and then I'll read some of your chat. See where we're at. Restart. Okay. Right, search what complete. Food. Trying to disable Windows search and check latency. Try to disable Windows search and check latency. Yeah, I do that. I have a section in my guide on disabling Windows search. There's a section on it. Read all about it. Extra. Try turning off VBX. And no, I'm not doing that. False performance batch. What? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not blindly running people's batch scripts. I'm not doing it. I'm not that stupid. If you want me to test something, paste the exact commands that you want me to test in my Discord, and I will have a look at them to see if I think they might break my computer, and then I'll decide whether to test them or not. Even better, you show me your before and after benchmarks and your benchmark methodology, please, because that's just as important as the benchmarks. Okay, I'm not sure what you guys are actually saying anymore. All right. So where are we? Let's have a look at that now. We should have our normal timer back on again. Should have it back to the hundreds, not the thousands. Oh look, lots of hundreds. Amazing. I mean, why are you guys trying to break stuff? Look, average 126 there. Not 1,000, 1,700, 126. So this is my stuff. And the Melody's basic tweaks broke it. Or made it worse. So no, don't do that bit. Do what I do if you want to copy me. Otherwise, don't. What else am I going to test now? Should I test latency again now that we've got the thingy timer back on? Sure, it's been up 2.5 minutes. It shouldn't be doing too much in the background at this point. Normally by about 1.5 minutes, it's calmed down. Let's have a look. So before I started this, I was on about 1.32 or something, and about 0.47. But that's already better by just putting the way I do the timers back. Already better than what Melody was. It's not better than where I started, but it's better. That's one thing we'd fixed. So what else in here? This Melody basic script stuff. Do we want to? What do we think might be doing crazy things for my PC? I'm gonna keep saying for my PC because I don't know what it will do for other people's. It might be amazing for other people's, but for my PC, all I really care about. I mean, I don't know. Force contiguous memory allocation in the DirectX graphics kernel. Don't know, did that do something? Okay, what, let's now that's run for a bit. 1.36, 0.47. That was about 0.4 flats before. And that was, so we've added kind of 0.5, I'd say, to both of those. Ish. All right, let me have a look at the Cinebench. See if Cinebench is better than the 10,517 that we got at the beginning of the show. Well, not at the show, it's before the show. I only started the show because Cry wanted to watch. It's all Cry's fault. Does timer resolution spike to 1.5? You get spikes if you've got load. If you've got load on your system, you will get more spikes, 1.5, than you would do sitting on the desktop doing nothing. You're going to get that because the CPUs are loaded. They're going to be going, okay, I've just got to pop over here for a sec and do that, and I'll come straight back. And that takes a bit longer. That probably means that your CPU is struggling more in Fortnite. Drop your FPS cap and see if it improves. What tool do you use to benchmark latency? I benchmark end-to-end latency in game with an NVIDIA Reflex latency analyzer built into my monitor. So I click the mouse, and it measures how long it takes to display on the screen. So I can tell you exactly what the latency is in game of things. Most people can't do that. The other thing I use as a guide is latency mon to make sure the averages are going down in the right direction. But latency mon is not particularly accurate. So we're on 10,501. So I'd say that's now within margin of error of what we started at, to be honest. So at the moment, best case scenario, these aren't doing anything. These Melody ones aren't doing anything. Best case scenario. I don't know. I mean, we can hook up the NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer and have a look. See if we're lower than the kind of 8.3 that I normally get in game, end to end. I'm not sure what these are actually doing, if anything. All right, so we have a look. Give that a go. Crank up Fortnite. Plug my mouse into, wait, which one is it? My mouse into my monitor. Monitor into the PC. Do you have a script? I do have a very basic script, yes, but my guide is my tuning of Windows, not really the scripts. Scripts are just for convenience sake to speed run some things. Not much in them, to be honest. Most of my scripts is setting Windows back to default that somebody else has tried to done some crazy settings to before. We need to launch the Fortnite. We need to turn that on, and I need to plug that in. Where is that cable? Where is that USB cable? There it is. I found it. I found you. Goes into here. All right. So now we got end-to-end latency testing. We can click a mouse. We can see a little thing that appears on the screen, and we can test exactly how long it takes. Normally around 8.3 milliseconds. However, saying that, what? Oh, I don't want to install the mouse software. Thank you. What hertz are we running on this environment? If it's 360, we need to be in 360. Also, I've got my overlay. I don't want to do that. God, blimey, I haven't done this for a while. Thank you. I don't even know what that was, the disclaimer. What was that disclaimer? Did that just crash? Well, that's not a glowing endorsement for Melody stuff, is it? If it's just crashed already. Ooh, that's not good. You should have a script. No, I'm not a tweaker, mate. I optimize your PC. I don't tweak it with dodgy scripts. It's not what I do. I'm going to ban you in a minute, Quantum. So any more shouting with capitals or any silly questions, then you're going to get banned from chat, I'm afraid. Right. Anyway, yeah. So that Melody thing just crashed it, which is nice. I didn't even get a thing up. But what was I going to do? I was going to turn off RTSS. Shall I just turn off RTSS? Probably the easiest thing, isn't it? There we go. Nobody can complain that my latency is messed up because of RTSS. So I just bypass it, basically. Zero bypasses it. I also want to make sure that the overlay editor is not on. And also make sure that MSI Afterburner is not, yes, exactly. It's not doing any of those. Right, we've got no other on-screen display stuff. We just want the NVIDIA stuff. All right, so we try again. Let's see if it will let us do it. Melody's probably just got my account banned or something. Oh, great. Windows 11 is better. I'm bored of repeating why, so if you want to know why, just go on my Discord and look up Windows 10 versus Windows 11. There's a whole thread on it. There's a whole section in my guide on benchmarking network stuff. Right. Is this gonna go crazy again? What's it even doing? Why can't I skip? I see. Weird stuff going on right now. Right, we need level 100 skin. There we go. Preset level 100 skin. Then we want creative. We're going to swing a pickaxe. I can't run the latest NVIDIA drivers. I have to go 3 back because they went and broke the performance overlay recently with the latest drivers. So I'm what am I on? 551.52 or something. So in order to get this NVIDIA reflex latency analyzer working, see that little flash there? Oh, I haven't actually turned it on. Turn on the processor in the monitor. All right, we got it now. Now, see down there, about halfway down, we've got a little flashy rectangle. And it measures when I click, so when that appears on the screen. And you can see what I see where it says PC plus display latency down there. I know it's really small, 6.9. So that's what I see. But then it takes the average system latency, which includes the mouse. No, sorry. Yeah, the mouse, the average mouse latency, and adds that, and then you can run the thingies. Okay, let's go. Let's swing a pickaxe. Why am I running 549? Yes. I don't really want to run all that. I just want to run 360, please. There we go. So we're not running through RTSS before anybody gets all excited about, oh, it has latency. No, it doesn't. Come on. Come on. You. Love Fortnite. Click the same button 3 times and it does 3 different things. All right, so we need to take 50 samples and then take an average. Yeah, thank you, Zeppo. So I'm going to reset my averages and I'm going to start clicking. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So that gave an average system latency, the very bottom number there, 8.9, and I'm normally about 8.3. That can vary a little bit. So at the moment, the melody stuff seems worse. Let's run another one. I mean, next time it might be lower. Let's run another one, reset the averages, and do another 50. Get a fair chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's not looking better. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, so a little bit worse this time. So as I say, I'm normally about 8.3. Yeah. So the average seems worse for latency. The Cinebench was about the same. I mean, I could run replays, compare them. CapFrameX replays, could do that. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well, Cry, but it shouldn't really affect it unless it's massively. It's only doing one little thing there. You know what, we'll take it off. We'll take it off. Well, it's a valid observation because I thought of that myself. There we go, gone. So you can see the volume going up and down, which means we're in full screen optimization mode, not full screen exclusive mode, because I've tested those as well and they don't really make a difference these days. Not much in that. Should we run another one just to rule out that? We've had an 8.8 and a 9.0, haven't we? All right, let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Well, that's pretty consistent. Another 8.99 down there. Hey, Donnie. Swinging the pickaxe, mate. That's how it's going. One of those days. I'll do some headshots and laps later for you. But at the moment, I'm just testing out some tweaks from somebody else that they put on their website. And at the moment, it's not great. Well, let's switch over. Let's switch over to RTSS. Go unlimited. The other thing I need to double check actually is we're actually running 360 hertz. Because if we're not, that might be a problem. Pretty sure I am 60 hertz. I'm not. Naughty Alex. Naughty Alex. Right. Okay. Oh, look at all these things that are wrong. You guys were wrong as well. My Elgato. Naughty Alex. Right. Okay, start again. Gotta run 360 hertz monitor, otherwise it's not consistent, is it? All right, so let's put the cap back on again. We haven't put RTSS on, have we? We didn't get that far. All right, so now we're up to 360 FPS and we're on 360 hertz monitor. Yeah, no, I've got a 2080 Ti. Where do I get those tweaks? What tweaks? Well, the tweaks that I'm testing at the moment that you shouldn't be getting until I've tested and said whether they're better or worse. You want those ones already? Is that what you're after? I didn't stream yesterday. No, I didn't. I did play yesterday with Bill and Paul, but I didn't stream. I was really tired yesterday. Really, really tired. I think I had about 3 hours sleep. Not sleeping at all at the moment. Yeah. So let's run again. So we've got 360 hertz monitor now, 360 FPS. And then now let's test the latency when there shouldn't be any loads of weird screen tearing or anything going on that were imperceivable but might have messed up the results. Right. Alt F4. No, not Alt F4. Alt 4 to reset the stats. And we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, we're back to the 8.3 that I normally get. So, melody tweaks, you do nothing. or make the system worse if you change timers. Because I'm normally 8.3. That bottom number is pretty much always 8.3 on any system that I build on my PC, any Windows environment that I've tuned, and then jump into here with this pickaxe, with this skin, swing the pickaxe directly at that little bottle head, normally around 8.3. 360 FPS and 360 Hertz. Normally where I'm at. I don't know. Is it making the game smoother? Not really. It doesn't look particularly more sharp than it normally does. It's still pretty good. Anything else actually going on here? Do I need to do a benchmark with FPS? Latency seems the same. Can I use your Windows 10 tweaks on Windows? Yes, you can, but you shouldn't be using Windows 10 anyway. I'd recommend against using Windows 10. Use Windows 11. Right, all right, so that's the latency. Should we, I don't know, I feel that we should run a benchmark for FPS before and after. And I'm going to go back on the restore point as well to get back to the before as well, because I didn't run the FPS test beforehand. I'm probably going to need, what am I going to need? I'm probably going to need a replay. So I'll have to grab one from my one of the other environments. More. Right, so let's grab one from my main environment. Users Alex. Yes, please. Local updater. Corner game. Saved. Demos. I don't know. Last game played last night, maybe? I don't know. Copy that. Copy that. Right, then go back to where we just were, paste that in there, then we should have a replay. Or do a refresh. Okay, so that's just copied it from one environment over to the other. Well, that should be good. I need to, if I'm going to need Capframe X on, I'm going to turn off the NVIDIA processor stuff. Off. Disconnect that. Disconnect that. Goes back in here. Rewind. Then we're going to need, what's we going to need? We are going to need Capframe X. Still want to know why we got that crash earlier. I'm going to leave RTSS out of the equation because people always complain about RTSS. It's messing up the results somehow, when in fact it's actually way better. But we need Capframe X. No, I don't want to do that. Just a cat. I don't want to tweak my BIOS through SCE Win. I want to tweak my BIOS through very basic changes in my BIOS, please. That's much easier for the general population to do, and much safer. Even though it's not particularly safe, it's much safer. Why is this not starting? Oh. All right. What were we doing before? This is some old storage stuff here. Yeah, that should all be fine. Well, we need to rerun the same replay back through at least twice. So we need to find a timestamp now. We're going to go about here-ish, about 16 minutes. Should give us a bit of action. A bit boring, to be honest. Just need like 3 minutes with a bit of action in it. That's all we need. That looks busy, actually. Let's go from about there to 11, 13. So if I go from 10 to 13 minutes, so T, 10 times 60, as everybody knows, is 600. So that's 10 minutes, and then we're going to go to 13. All right. So press play, go. So no RTSS, 360 cap. We'll run it through twice to make sure all the shader cache has been created. We don't have to worry about that. And doing unfair tests, comparisons. And then what I'll do is I'll do a system restore back to how I had it before any melody changes were made. And then we'll rerun the same test. Sound good? You guys going on about now? Why is everybody so hyped about SEU when other results that exactly does something good? It's just a way of hacking into your BIOS and maybe accessing things that from the operating system that you couldn't normally access through the BIOS. So I don't want to do that. It's just a minefield for when people say, "Oh, you recommended this to me. My computer now doesn't reboot, or my GPU blew up, or please fix it." Well, no chance. Good luck with that. Bye. Your own risk. See you later. I'm not putting people in that position. I'm not doing that. I wouldn't do that for me, so I certainly wouldn't recommend doing it for somebody else. And there's no way I could help support somebody doing that. It's just not viable at all. What else you guys talking about? Yeah, good old FPS packs. You guys rely far too heavily on tweaking Windows to get good results, honestly. You just want to double click a script and then get good performance. And if those scripts do exist, it's because they're absolutely demolishing core Windows, so nothing runs in the background. And I don't want to run on a system like that. So, yeah, I'm not just trying to maximum performance, you guys, help you with your computers. I'm trying to get a setup that works for everybody and doesn't break anything. That's what I'm trying to get. I care less about the performance side, more about the stability side. DDR4 RAM is good, right? No. See, I've watched loads of videos recently. We're going to run this through again while we're talking. Time, back to 600s. There we go, running it again. So I've watched loads of videos recently about mainstream YouTubers saying that RAM is not important for gaming. Because your GPU and its RAM pretty much is doing all the work. But that's only true if you've got a heavily bottlenecked GPU game. Fortnite is a CPU game, and it's more about the CPU has to prepare tell the GPU what frames to prepare. So it has to, if you want high FPS on Fortnite, the CPU is very busy getting lots of, doing it many times per second, 360 frames per second, for example, and it's telling the GPU what to do in Fortnite. And then the GPU goes, oh, that's easy. I'll do that. Okay, done. And then it's waiting again for the CPU. So the GPU side of things is not really that important for Fortnite because it's a CPU-bound game. It means that you need fast CPU and you need fast memory for high frames in Fortnite because it's so busy trying to create high frames. If Fortnite was a 60 FPS game, then it really wouldn't matter what memory you had because it would be easy for the CPU to say, okay, here's a frame, get on with it. Good luck with that, mate, to the GPU, because there's quite a lot of stuff you have to render there. But that's not what's happening in Fortnite. Fortnite, everyone's playing performance mode. They want low latency and they want high FPS. And in order to do that, the CPU is really, really busy. And that means the memory has to be really, really fast when the CPU and the memory are communicating with each other. So that's why I keep going on forums at the moment, for hardware forums, and saying, look, I want you to start supplying 7,200 memory, please, for DDR5. And everyone's laughing at me. It's like, why do you need that? You don't need that for gaming. But you do need that for Fortnite. It's exactly what you need, because it's a CPU-bound game. But everyone doesn't seem to get that, because they just watch the general videos about testers, benchmarkers, that have tested like 5 games that are all GPU-bound, and then said, oh, okay, memory doesn't really make any difference. And it doesn't make any difference in that situation. You're absolutely right. Have you tested Fortnite? No. Okay, well, you can shut up then. So anyway, Ship is very, very happy with his 7,200 DDR memory and his 14900 KF CPU, because they're really, really fast. So he gets lots of FPS and it's really smooth and it's low latency. What a surprise. And him and OGL are slaying out right now. OGL is #1 in the world right now for Unreal Fortnite in zero builds. Ship is #3, and Ship would be higher, but he's playing with OGL every game, so he can't really close the gap. So they both win or lose the same amount of points. So I'm basically tuning the PCs for the 2 of the top 3 Unreal zero build players right now. And if you're telling me that the CPU or the memory speed or the GPU is important, if you're telling me something that I haven't seen in the field and is directly, I'm kind of tuning, then you just don't know what you're talking about because you haven't tested it. Please test it. Right, that's done. Should we go and have a look at the results? Then we're going to run a restore point, and we're going to go back to what I had before and then see if it's better or worse. And then either give Melody a big round of applause, thank you very much, or avoid like the plague. So we shall see. On my computer. Again, this is for my PC. It might be amazing on somebody else's PC. This is for my PC. Right, okay. So let's have a look, make sure we've got that. So this is Melody. Tweaks. Oh, our Melody. Yeah, let's just have a look at what kind of smoothness we're getting. Yeah, no big anomalies. Good, pretty smooth. So we now need a baseline to test that against. So we're going to have to run a restore point, I'm afraid, which may take a little bit of time. Excuse me. All right. So I'll show you the script that I've run for Melody right now. The selected ones. I'll probably publish this on my Discord somewhere. But these are the ones I've basically pulled from that huge list that I think shouldn't break anything. So we got some BCD edits. We got some extra ones that I don't normally do. I don't normally do those BCD edits. I don't think, this is virtualization stuff, which I turn off in the BIOS anyway, so that's not going to make much of a difference. Meltdown Inspector, I do anyway, so that's not going to make much of a difference to me already. I already do that, so that's not going to make a difference. I already do that, so that's not going to make a difference. I don't think I do that, protection mode for NTFS. Might do, can't remember. But again, it's file system stuff, so it's not going to really make much difference to the game. I do all of these already. So this is basically the new territory stuff and the top BCD edits. So, well, we got force contiguous memory allocation in the DirectX graphics kernel, force contiguous memory allocation in the NVIDIA driver. Sorry. Enable security-only telemetry, disable application telemetry, disable Windows error reporting. That's probably doing something. And then we've got tell Windows to stop tolerating high DPC ISR latencies. But again, so these are all new additions, I think. They don't even exist, I don't think, in the default Windows 11 registry. So it's basically stuff added to the registry, which may not even work in Windows 11. And then you do some of the same things for your actual NVIDIA GPU as well, which is that. And that's it. That's what I've changed. So we're gonna now revert all of that and go back to a restore point. Right, a restore point. Oh, actually, well, before we do that, because we're going to go back and I've just created those files, I think we should probably save them on a D drive or something before they get wiped. That might be a good idea, mightn't it? CapFrame X, captures, copy all that, put it all on the D drive. Documents, no. Backups. Where would I have put CapFrame X stuff? Sure, I was sharing it somewhere. Captures, there we go. Let's get these files. Okay, so yeah, it just added one. Or did it? Or did it? 28. Wait, what? Where's the latest one? It's just added. It should have added it. Did it not? Where's CapFrame X? No. I want documents, CapFrame X, and I want the one I've just done a minute ago. Because it ain't there. I'm wondering whether it's in my... Okay. Using the wrong desktop, I reckon. OneDrive one. I think it's using the old OneDrive one. I reckon it's using this. Yep, there it is. Look. Just want it somewhere central that's not going to get overwritten when we roll back to an earlier restore point. There we go. 4 seconds, that one. So that's the one we want. That's the melody one we've just added. So we'll need to keep that. We should do a backup of that thingy as well, didn't we? This PC. Hang on. Go local app data. F1 games saved config. Oh wait, no. Demos. This one we want. I'm going to bung that in the D drive as well. I'll bung that there. Bung it there for now. All right, so we've got everything transferred over. Let's do the restore point now. System restore. Next. Free melody. There we go. That's the one we. Yep. Always start having the restore point. Right, what else have I missed in chat? You guys are talking between yourselves, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. Why did you spend 350 euros on a CPU? Well, that's cheaper now. Why don't I stream in 1080p? I don't stream in 1080p because I'm streaming off a little work laptop which doesn't even have a GPU in it. So 720p is about as much as it can muster. As soon as I get my new PC, I will stream in 1080p. And it will look amazing because it will be using my my tuned gaming PC that runs 360 FPS to actually stream from. So that's why I'm not streaming in 1080p. So it will get better, but you're gonna have to wait like 3 weeks. Yeah. Agree, Zeppo. Agree. All right. Agree with all of that. How long is this gonna take? Yes, get on with it. I need to like have a little entertaining video thing for you guys to watch while we're doing this. Yeah, or that's just me, I suppose. I'm a bit annoyed at the moment. My Stream Deck has kind of stopped working for joining, doing Discord things. I don't know where you can see my little Stream Deck. It's a really cool little Stream Deck. So I've got basically buttons that you can allocate to anything you want. And I've got one normally for joining my Discord VC, one for taking screenshots, one for stopping the webcam going on and off, one for taking a Twitch clip, one for taking an OBS clip, one for muting the mic, one for muting Discord. So it's really cool, my Stream Deck. I got that for Christmas. It was a really cool addition. But yeah, it stopped working for Discord, and it's a known bug as well, which is annoying. So they need to hurry up and fix that. I can't do half the Discord things. Wow, this is nice and quick, isn't it? Oh, you know, I had that problem the other day when I installed dual boots. It basically created multiple boot managers on different disks, and then what I didn't realize was in the BIOS you can actually kind of set the order of the multiple BCDs effectively, repositories. I didn't realize you could do that, and then I spent like 8 hours trying to rebuild my system, trying to kind of rebuild the BCDs, and when it was booting, it was then going into a different one, and then they were trying to sync against each other. That was a nightmare. But then, then I finally found out that in the BIOS you can actually set an order for the multiple ones. Plus, you can kind of turn certain ones on and off. So now I've got it working again now. But yeah, that was a nightmare. I'm glad I found that. Wow, this is really slow. It's just even still doing anything. Yeah, caps lock's still working. Okay, it's always a good sign if caps lock's still working on and off. So much fun for everyone. What else can I show you while I'm here? I'm back on my Scuff Reflex FPS again at the moment. I was getting a bit annoyed at having to use a scroll wheel to go to kind of go up and down for resetting shotguns and things. As Chrysor, I got jump scared the other day, and I just had no time to react to get a shotgun out. And I don't want that. I want my finger hovering over a button for a shotgun at all times. Oh, great. That's the screen we love to see. System restore did not complete successfully. Your computer system files and settings were not changed. An unspecified error occurred during system restore. It's a good job I've got a full backup, but that's going to take 30 minutes to go back. And you guys are not going to sit here with me jabbering on for 30 minutes while I'm doing that. That's annoying. All I want was my registry back to how it was, please, and my BCD edits back to how they were, please. Look, I can't even open Windows now. This is the problem with system restores. Sometimes they just aren't happy bunnies. This is why I suggest you guys do full backups. So I use something called, this is freeware. I use this thing to do full backups, AOMEI Backupper, and I took one at 2:30 today, and it's now 5. So luckily, I can roll back to that, and I know it's going to work. It will restore. It will literally overwrite everything, and put it the whole system image back to how it was before. So I know that will work. But yeah, if you guys are ever running these tweak scripts, highly recommend you do a big backup before doing them as well, not just little system restores. Look, the Macrium Reflect is way better. Don't know what you're talking about, mate. You just say random things. Is it like a form of Tourette's? I don't know what that is. Have you tried this script yet? Have you tried this pack yet? If there's something that's good that lowers your latency and doesn't wreck Windows, put it on my Discord, and I will test it out. I'm very interested if it doesn't wreck Windows. But most of these tweaker things are disabling firewalls, disabling antivirus, disabling all mitigations, and it's just okay. Cute. All right. So what am I going to do here? I mean, I have to do a system backup. I have to do a restore point now. But yeah, you guys are gonna be a bit bored. Gonna have to go back to that. I'm gonna go and do some housework, I think. Preparing for a restart mode. System restore does suck. I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. It's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it will remove a load of files that it says that it is going to safeguard and your files won't be affected, and then they're gone. So yeah, this is going to take a while, I'm afraid, right, guys. So I might come back in 30 minutes while that's going. I don't know whether you can even see the progress bar, but this is the danger of running. This is the danger of running tweak scripts and then trying to go back afterwards. I mean, I could probably manually strip out the changes, but that would take so long. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But yeah, if you guys aren't already, if you've got a system that's working right now and you're happy with it, or relatively happy with it, and nothing's broken, I'd highly recommend you download that AOEMI Backupper app and just create a full system image restore point. Save it to an external drive or a second disk drive. How to change the desktop size running WinWP init. Okay, fine. So you guys can't even see what I'm seeing. I mean, I could probably show you, but it might mess something up. At the moment, it's on 0%. It's going to take about half an hour, as it did earlier when I ran this once already. So it's going to be a bit of a wait. Anyway, yeah, so I'll be back in 30 minutes. I'll probably go and clean the kitchen and come back again. So I'll see you guys in a bit.